everybody, and welcome to Full Phase Predator Calling video blog number 12. This week we'll talk about two things. Number one, IR lights. Number two, coaxing. Let's go to the IRs first. With my trusty Thermion sent back to the factory for repair, I was forced to use my 204 with the night vision with the ATN and a plethora of IR lights, 850s versus 940s. Actually, that 204 shoots really well, and I'm doing pretty good with it. I had one slip up this week when a nice pair of coyotes spooked at the 850 IR light. Now, guys will blame this and that and the other thing. They're not going to believe that coyotes spook at an IR light. They do. From my experience, I've seen it several times. The 850 far more than the 940. In fact, I just switched over last night, but I only called in Fox with the 940 and made two nice shots that you'll see here on film. But they don't see the beam. The IR beam is invisible to humans and animals, but they see the glow of that light. Now, the difference between my 850 and the 940, the beam glow, that red glow, was astronomical when I checked. But something to consider. Again, 940 won't cast out as far, but it definitely spooks them less. If you want to see those coyotes spooky, I got to go to Lawand Outdoors. You'll see it on there, a longer video clip. It's not in this blog. Our first hunt shows the benefit of using a coaxing sound to bring a predator out of brush or at least into effective shooting range. As you'll see in this clip, this red fox held up in the brush. Now, I could have shot, but I wanted to make 100% identification on this animal. I got to tell you the truth, it sort of looked like a cat. But when he came out and I saw those, black stockings on his legs, obviously it was a red fox. Plus, it's not a really good idea to shoot through the brush and get a deflection. It's just not worth it. I'd rather come back and call that animal in on another opportunity. But anyhow, I was using some sort of bird sound or rabbit sound, I can't remember. It held up. I switched to my new favorite, field mouse distress, and this fox popped right out for a nice, easy shot. Let's check it out. Our second clip shows how some predators don't care what IR light you're using. Gray fox are generally more forgiving than both coyotes and red fox. And in this clip, you'll see the gray fox came right out over my right shoulder, naturally. And I was playing gray fox distress. Well, it didn't want to leave. I turned. I'm sure it even saw me or heard me, but it milled around and I took a nice shot. This time, this was with an 850 IR. You'll see the full illumination. Our third clip showcases, once again, the power of the coaxer. In this hunt, the fox came out of some pine trees on a high hill. It came to cagey cottontail. Well, I watched it, and it held up. It was actually pretty neat because he was standing right next to a buck that I didn't shoot as I came out of the deer stand for that night. Anyhow, the deer was feeding in the corn. I'm watching the deer saying, I could have shot you. And all of a sudden, the deer started darting up the hill. Something startled it. Well, I looked, and here came the fox. So, the fox held up. I switched from cagey cottontail to, once again, field mouse distress. That fox totally committed, came through a hedgerow, came across the field, and I took a nice shot. This time, it's a 940 IR, and it's a little fuzzy. I didn't have time to adjust the focus on the scope. I don't know what happened. It's a little fuzzy. But you can still see it's pretty good illumination with that 940 IR. Let's check it out. 940 light. Red fox. Our final clip for this vlog shows a red fox that came out in the field. He was smart. He acted like a coyote. He came way around the wind at probably 150 yards. And he was going to get my scent cone. But I was, again, experimenting with my IRs. This was a 940 IR. And he was out there, still had pretty good illumination. I took the shot and was rewarded when that fox went down. Check it out. I don't know if I deserve that one, folks. He's moving downwind. This CZ-204 is on fire.